Well, there are many. I mean, I do love the way in which William Shakespeare, the playwright, writes. I mean, he also wrote poems. He wrote what are called sonnets, and he wrote some longer poems as well. But he wrote these things that we call soliloquies, where somebody stops the play, if you like, and is thinking stuff. So there's this rather horrible man called Macbeth, and he's ashamed and fearful and always plotting and scheming. And there's a moment in the play where he goes, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day till the last, and so he goes on. You can look it up. But just the sheer nerve to write a poem that begins repeating the same word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. And you can feel it, can't you? It's like it's weighing down on him. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace. You can see so it's almost like bumpty bump. You can hear the footsteps. Petty pace from day to day. So it's a nice piece of alliteration there. So Shakespeare I like very much indeed. I think he's inspired me. There's an American poet called Carl Sandburg. Not many people read him in this country, but very, very popular in America. I love the poems of Langston Hughes, African-American poet who lived in New York. I really like him. And then modern poets who've really taught me a thing or two. There's a wonderful poet called John Agard, and I've performed poems alongside him. And I learnt how to perform my poems by watching him, watching the way he performs poems. There's one poem, he comes from Guyana, and he had a little poem that goes, I didn't do nothing, I didn't do nothing. And I remember the first time I saw him do that. That's how it begins, the poem. I didn't do nothing. I remember thinking, wow. Because I was reading my poems, I was a bit kind of, if I'd done that myself about the same time, a long time ago, I'd have gone, I didn't do nothing, I didn't do nothing. I didn't know how to perform it, but he showed me how to perform. So that's a poet who has had a lot of impact on me, watching him perform, John Agard. And there's another wonderful poet called Jackie Kay, who comes from Scotland, and you can look out her books. And Jackie Kay has got a wonderful way of, it's a bit difficult to describe. We use a word expressive. Expressive means where you can sort of stretch words and use words in surprising and amazing ways in order to make the pictures. And Jackie Kay, I think, is wonderful. I really like her thing. So there we are. I've mentioned three people. William Shakespeare, Jackie Kay, and John Agard. Chocolate cake. When I was a boy, I had a favourite treat. It was when my mum made chocolate cake. Oh, I loved chocolate cake. My mum, she says to me, listen, Michael, if there's any chocolate cake left over at the end of the day, you can take some to school tomorrow to have at playtime or at lunchtime. So I used to go to school with a piece of chocolate cake in my little box, and I'd be walking to school. Yeah, it's in there, I know it, yeah. And I'd get to school, and it would be playtime or lunchtime, and I'd open up the box, take it out. What's it? You got a chocolate cake. Open up the paper. Look at it. Oh, gonna get it. Yeah, I love it. Well, look at it. I loved my mum's chocolate cake, yes. And one time there was some chocolate cake left over at the end of the day, and I went to bed, and I was fast asleep. And then, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I thought, chocolate cake. Maybe I could go downstairs and have a little look at it. No one would know. So I got up out of the bed. Shh, I mustn't wake my brother up. Along the passage,
Careful not to tread on the creaky floorboard outside Mum and Dad's bedroom, because if they wake up and find me, I'll be in big trouble, so really quiet. Are they still asleep? Yes. Okay. Along the passage, down the stairs, into the kitchen, open the cupboard, and yeah, there it is. Gonna take it out. Just have a little look at it. And then I notice some little crumbs on the plate. So I think if I lick the end of my finger, I could pick up some of those crumbs and no one would know anything about it. Oh yeah, look at that little sort of sticky bit on there. And then I notice on the side of the cake there's some little crumbly bits just falling off. So I think if I take a knife, I could just tidy it up a little bit. No one would notice. Scrunch it all together, and there's the crumbly bits and the sticky bits, and it's all going to go in there. Yeah, belly. And then I notice that as I've tidied it up a little bit over here, then maybe I could just even it up a bit over here. So I take the knife again, and this time through the crispy icing on the top, through the squashy icing in the middle, and I've got a whole slice this time. Yeah, and it's all going to go in there. It's a belly. And now I got the taste of it in my mouth, and I can't stop myself, so I go, and I got all these slices, and I can't stop myself. Oh no, it's all gone. Oh no, they're bound to notice now. A whole chocolate cake doesn't just disappear. What am I going to do? I know. I'll wash up the plate and the knife, and they won't know anything about it. Good thinking. Take the plate and the knife and wash it up. Shh, really quiet. Shh. Wash up the plate. Shh. And the knife. Shh. Shh. And don't forget to dry up. Get the cloth. And don't forget the knife. And don't forget to put them away. Plate in the cupboard. And the knife in the drawer. And back up to bed. Shh. Up the stairs. Along the passage. Now I know where the creaky floorboard is now, so all I've got to do is tread over it, because if I tread on it and it makes a noise, I am dead. Careful now. Are they still asleep? Yes, it's okay. Into the bedroom, into bed, under the covers. Nice warm feeling, chocolate cake in my belly, goody. And I go to sleep. In the morning I get up and I go downstairs and I'm having my breakfast. And Mum is busy over there and she's busy over there. And then she says, "Oh, Michael, don't forget your book folder." She hands me my book folder. And I'm busy having my breakfast. She's busy over there. She's busy over there. And then she says, "Oh, Michael, there's something else. There's something nice. There's some chocolate cake left over from yesterday for you to take to school today." And I went, "Right, yeah." And she says, "What's the matter? You usually jump at the idea of having chocolate cake." And I went, "No, it's all right. It's okay." And she's looking at me very closely, just here. And she says, "What's that?" And I said, "What's what?" She said, "It's not chocolate cake, is it?" And I said, "Oh." And she went over to the cupboard. It's gone. The chocolate cake's gone. You haven't eaten the whole of the rest of the chocolate cake, have you? And I said, I don't know. You don't know, she said, you don't know? I don't believe a word of it. Now, off you go to school. No, before you go to school, go upstairs to the bathroom and wash your dirty, sticky face. I went upstairs to the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I saw it. Just there. Chocolate smudge. Chocolate blob. And I looked at it and I thought, maybe next time we have chocolate cake, she'll forget about it. Do you think she will? Now, it would be great if you subscribed. That is, you become a subscriber. Look out for the subscribe button. What happens, you see, is that I make new vids every few months, and then I post them up one a week. So if you subscribe, you get